is two-time Grammy winner and Texas native Kelly Clarkson.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Kelly Clarkson.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
I'd like to apologize for our recent TV ad where an ape parachutes into a pool party and dances in a suggestive manner with a sexy lady. We produced this ad because a recent survey showed that ape tops dog, otter, and rat as the animal most associated with pool parties. Nevertheless, we apologize. Rolling Rock is a classic extra pale lager with a rich tradition, and we regret this lapse in judgment.
I'm the champ.
I think I want to do something.
Like what?
Fight.
People are gonna think you're going crazy.
We have the contract from Mason-Dixon. When he heard you were interested in fighting again, he thought, why not put something together?
I ain't interested in getting like mangled and embarrassed. Takes guts climbing back in that ring.
You can do it! Come
on! Rocky Balboa, rated PG this Christmas.
The German word for safe is sicher. The Portuguese word for firewall is muro de fogo. The Chinese word for password is Mima. My company's in 17 countries now, and I can say secure in every one of them.
Dynamic networking from AT&T identifies security threats before they're problems, so Jane's confidence grows right alongside her company. The new AT&T, your world delivered.
This is my field, my team. We command respect and fire and plasma screens. Lots of plasma screens.
Enter the Built Ford Tough Ultimate Tailgate Experience. You and 7 friends can win a trip to the BCS National Championship game, your own tailgate party, and you get the Ultimate Tailgate F-150. Enter now at foxsports.com/tailgate.
It's the Bucs and the Cowboys. The kickoff is coming right up before Vanderjagt kicks it away. Let's go down to Pam Oliver.
Yeah, Joe, suiting up to play at a National Thanksgiving Day stage is a dream come true. And for Tampa's rookie quarterback, that is no exception. Bruce Bradkowski pretty much visualized this moment from Pee Wee League on up through high school and through college at the University of Toledo. Growing up in Pittsburgh, he obviously had no shortage of quarterback role models, but today he gets to do it for real. At 3-7, obviously the Bucs aren't going anywhere, but that kid from Pennsylvania sure has arrived. He told me he spoke with his mom, Debbie, twice before the game. She was blubbering each time. She was in tears. Her kid is playing on such a big stage. Joe?
All right, thank you, Pam, and good luck, Debbie. Enjoying your Thanksgiving, watching son Bruce take on the Dallas team, and he'll have his hands full today.
Yeah, he will. And Bruce Gradkowski, he's not alone. I mean, in talking with both John Gruden and a number of players leading up to this ball game, they're all excited about the opportunity for this franchise to play their first game here on Thanksgiving Day.
Vanderjagt's all pumped up into the end zone for a rare touchback. And you see Romo in the background reacting to Vanderjagt walking off to the sideline. That is a rare touchback off the foot of Mike Vanderjagt. Well, there's no doubt, Troy, that the pressure will be on these two rookies on the right side of the offensive line to figure out this 3-4 defense of the Cowboys.
Yeah, and they're trying to do that in a short work week. You know, they basically had one day of preparation.
Quick snap count, and the handoff is to Cadillac. 2. Defense is a 3-4 defense, and Bruce Gradkowski has not taken on a 3-4 defense every season. And they are fast and athletic with their front seven, and this linebacker group, Troy, is getting better every week, but they do miss Greg Ellis.
They do miss Greg Ellis, and when you're talking about a 3-4 scheme, it really is the linebackers that become the heart and soul of that type of system. That's the way it is here in Dallas as well.
2nd and 8. Toss to Cadillac Williams, trying to pick his way. Gets it to the 25, 5 yards shy of a first down. And Troy, you and I you played your career here, but you and I have done a ton of games here at Texas Stadium. As you look at the numbers for Gradkowski, the rookie, there is an energy here in this stadium right now that they were talking about last week against the Colts, and it's carried over here on Thanksgiving. This town is pumped up about this team.
They are, yeah, and it all started when Tony Romo got into the lineup, but last week's win against a legitimate contender has gotten this town believing in the Cowboys once again.
3rd and 5. First throw, Gradkowski avoids the rush, will try and run for it and make it with a first down. They'll mark him out across the 30. It's a first down. There was heavy pressure by DeMarcus Ware. Tampa Bay may have gotten away with a hold out on the edge, but Gradkowski and his legs enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and the legs are the key, Joe. I mean, when you talk about a young quarterback, of course, Gradkowski, a rookie quarterback, 6th round pick, you make up for a lot of the things that you lack in experience by having the ability to run and create plays. When you get confused and you don't see exactly what it is you're looking for down the field, a young quarterback will run much more than a veteran player.
Did you see those eyes of Gradkowski? They were wide as he watched Roy Williams bearing down on him from his safety spot. Here's Allstott, the spiritual center of this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, picks up 3.
You know, this defensive front has really done a good job in stopping the run. And Jason Ferguson, we talked about the 3-4 defensive scheme. If you're going to run that scheme, you got to have a big guy in the middle, which Dallas has in Jason Ferguson. Bill Parcells was familiar with him there with the New York Jets, brought him here to Dallas, and he demands a double team, which is vital in keeping those guards off of the linebackers.
2nd down and 7, play action. The fake from Gradkowski. Looking to air it out. Galloway is wide open inside the 30. Nice move. Still going. Down inside the 15, and a penalty flag at the end of the play. I was just about to talk about the deep threat that Galloway presents and going to ask the question about this offensive line. Here is Walt Anderson.
Illegal block in the back, number 80, offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, first down.
Galloway, Troy, is still that deep threat, and if Gradkowski gets time, that's where he's going to look downfield.
Yeah, and he almost didn't get time because DeMarcus Ware is working against Anthony Davis. He gets pressure, but again, Gradkowski has a great feel in the pocket, is able to slide and give himself some time. And then there's just a breakdown in coverage with Joey Galloway going through the middle. He still has great speed. You're going to see the block, the illegal block in the back by Michael Clayton. Michael Clayton, who, there it is right there, is a very physical blocker, both in the run game and after someone catches the ball.
That completion good for 53 yards before the 10-yard penalty, and Cadillac Williams picks up 3.
When you look at Dallas defensively, and I really don't think they have any real weaknesses on this team. They're solid up front. As you mentioned, Joe, they're very, very strong at the linebacker position. And I think their secondary is very good. In fact, Terrence Newman, some would argue that he may be the best corner in the National Football League. The problem that they have had throughout the year is they have given up big plays in the passing game. They avoided it last week against the Colts. That's why they were able to win. But already on the first possession, they've given up one.
On 2nd down and 7, Cadillac Williams carries it inside the 20. He'll be brought down at the 18-yard line, picked up 3, 3rd and short coming up. Ferguson in on the stop for Mike Zimmer, the defensive coordinator, who was a carryover from the last regime here, and Bill Parcells didn't really know much about him. And Zimmer now is coaching the 3-4 for the first time in his professional life.
That's right, yeah, he was a carryover, and a lot of people thought that he wouldn't be here long. You know, after Bill Parcells got here as the head coach, they knew eventually they would go to a 3-4 scheme, something that Mike Zimmer had never coached before. But he went, he studied film of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he's learned it, and he's done a great job.
3rd down and 4, quick setup and throw for Galloway, what a catch! And a 1st and goal as he went around Henry, and Galloway is brought down at the 5-yard line with a sensational grab.
Good throw and good grab. You're going to see Anthony Henry, 42, he never turns around and looks for the ball, so the ball's high, and Galloway's able to make the play. It's a good job by Gronkowski just recognizing the defense and how Anthony Henry was playing Galloway, knowing he would not be able to make a play on the ball.
1st and goal from the 5. Cadillac Williams carrying the pile to the 1. 2nd and goal. Brady James was the first one there for Dallas, the left inside linebacker on the stop.
You know, Cadillac Williams last week had probably his best game of the season running the football. They've not been able to run the ball as much as what John Gruden would like, primarily because they got a young rookie quarterback and teams want him to beat them. And so they're stacking the line with 8, 9 guys, and that's affected the production of Cadillac Williams.
2nd and goal. Allstott barrels into the end zone for the touchdown. How about a 10-play drive right out of the gate on Thanksgiving for John Gruden's team? A short work week, taking on a Dallas defense that slowed down Peyton Manning, and they go right down the field and cram it into the end zone.
Pretty impressive drive there. You come into the game, you think you may be overmatched personnel-wise. You take the opening kickoff, go right down the field, hand the ball off to your hammer, Mike Allstott, and let him run it in.
Allstott gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. Who expected this? I know one person who was hoping for it. Debbie Gradkowski, Bruce's mom, watching at home on Thanksgiving. Chucky's all pumped up. 7-0 Tampa Bay.
Okay, people, let's gather around. Gather around if you would, please. Let's bring it in and listen up.
Yeah, let's powwow.
This is Team Communication Week. I want you to think about what that means. You do your job, so I can do my job.
There's an exciting sound in travel. Southwest Airlines Ding. Get exclusive low fares sent directly to your desktop. Deals that are only available for a limited time and only by downloading Ding at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Every day, Lexmark printers go to work for some of the world's most important companies. In fact, 75% of the top banks, retailers, and pharmacies use Lexmark. And now, that same performance can work for your home, too. Introducing Lexmark's new All-in-One. With professional features and a protection guarantee that includes next business day replacement, Lexmark is ready to go to work for you.
This Fox NFL special is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 41.
Welcome back to Texas Stadium and a great start for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You have not spent a great night out on the road until you hang with those in the tape room and the audio booth.
And we get to do it every week.
Every week. Hi, Freddie. Freddie Aldis, our head audio mixer, Larry, and Ben Altop, who is our guy up in the booth, spending their Thanksgiving with us yet again. And with you. This is Miles Austin from a yard deep. Austin is across the 20 out to the 22.5. That's where the celebrated Tony Romo will set up. Allstott is already in for a touchdown on Thanksgiving. 7-0 Bucks.
It's Thanksgiving Day, and nothing brings people together quite like the annual Turkey Bowl game. You could go to any neighborhood and probably find one. It's usually a game filled with bad passes, terrible head fakes, and a very loose interpretation of the two-handed touch rule. But it's also a day filled with old stories and even older friendships. Here's to your holiday traditions from Budweiser.
The German word for safe is sicher. The Portuguese word for firewall is muro de fogo. The Chinese word for password is mima. My company's in 17 countries now, and I can say secure in every one of them.
Dynamic networking from AT&T identifies security threats before they're problems, so Jane's confidence grows right alongside her company. The new AT&T, your world delivered.
The BCS matchups are announced. The All-State BCS Selection Show, December 3rd on Fox.
This Fox NFL special is sponsored by Budweiser. Bright, crisp, clean, pure. This is Budweiser. This is beer.
Tony Romo and the Dallas offense to the line, starting at their own 23. Four-man rush. Romo finds his tight end Witten. Out to the 31-yard line is Jason Witten, the two-time Pro Bowler, a gain of 8, and there he is. Every time I see highlights of this guy, I see his big old number 9 there, and I don't know if it works on this jersey, this style of jersey, but I think it's number 8. Is that okay, Troy?
Well, it's okay. I was hoping you'd say it. You think of me when you see him playing, and not just because you look at his number thinking he's wearing number 8. I mean, the guy has played, I think, better than what even Bill Parcells thought that he would, and I know Bill thought very highly of him when he inserted him in the lineup.
2nd down and 2 here for Romo. A blitz from Marion Barber. Romo throws on the run. T.O. with a first down. I'm anxious to ask Troy if he thinks that Tony Romo is too cocky, overconfident, something we talked about during our pregame show today. And there's Terrell Owens, man. I haven't even heard his name mentioned over the last 3 weeks.
I think it's the greatest thing that Tony Romo has done. I mean, in addition to the fact he's played at a high level, it seems that since he became the starter, we're no longer talking about things that have nothing to do with the game of football. We don't hear about the distractions of Terrell Owens. Everything that's discussed here over the last 4 weeks has had to do with football.
Handoff is to Jones, and Julius, a past galloping gobbler winner, picks up 5. Here's the defense, and Troy, you can say they are getting old, and I'm not saying you are. You can say that they are banged up, and they certainly are. But do you know Monty Kiffin will have his squad ready to play, and if you're Dallas, you cannot take this 21st ranked defense lightly.
No, I don't think that you can, because Monty Kiffin, as you said, he's going to have these guys ready to play. They're banged up. They're undermanned. Their key players are not playing in this game. But the young guys, they showed up last week and played well. And I think they'll play well here again today. They know it's a great opportunity for them.
2nd down and 5. Romo steps up, going for Glenn, out of his reach, covered by Bolden. Jerron Bolden downfield, and Terry Glenn just out of his reach as the Cowboy offense opened it up for the first time.
Now, this offensive line for Dallas has been pretty solid, and whenever they do have breakdowns, because of Romo's mobility, he's able to move up in the pocket, as we just saw there. He's able to slide to the outside. Now he tries making a throw here. If he had had any chance of completing that ball, it's probably going to be intercepted by Jerron Bolden. Jerron Bolden, by the way, was a game-time decision. Has a high ankle injury, and so you got to keep an eye on that. Maybe they wanted to test that early.
3rd down and 5 now. A blitz from the Buccaneers, and Romo's going to go down. Sacked on the play in the middle of it. Hovan gets out of the pileup, celebrating, getting to Tony Romo, and for Hovan, that's sack number 1 on the year, a loss of 8.
Well, he just goes right through Marco Rivera, the right guard, and he slides down. It was slide protection, and so he's taking Hovan one-on-one. Hovan had a little bit of an angle on him, but just pure strength drove him right back into the lap of Tony Romo.
Hovan plays that nose tackle position as McBriar punts it for the first time. Ike Hilliard from the 22. Out across the 30. Well, here's what's happened. The Buccaneers have scored on their first possession. They have stopped Tony Romo on his first possession. Bucs with the ball and a 7-point lead.
The world's first 4-door, 5-passenger Wrangler. Wrangler Unlimited. A new species from Jeep.
It's the season to wow, and our pledge is to wow everyone on your list, including you, with these special Friday in-store deals.
Like this sleek Panasonic 42-inch plasma HD TV. This Samsung Mini DV digital camcorder. And this Toshiba laptop with built-in wireless internet capability. And go to BestBuy.com for even more of our special Friday in-store deals. This holiday, wrap up the wow, only at Best Buy.
Apocalypto means a new beginning. Unfortunately, to have a new beginning, something else has to end. It's the story of a man who is taken to be sacrificed to the gods against impossible odds. He's got to get back to save his family.
Gibson's Apocalypto. Rated R. In theaters December 8th.
This Fox NFL special is sponsored by the all-new 2007 Wrangler Unlimited, a new species from Jeep. By Best Buy, wrap up the wow this holiday season only at Best Buy. By Visa, go on, live life, and remember that no matter what it takes, life takes Visa. And by Wendy's, do Wendy's new double melt and do what tastes right.
A couple of questions coming in. Would the Tampa Bay offensive line protect Gradkowski? So far, so good. Only one possession. And the other was, would the Bucs be able to get pressure without their main pass rusher, Simeon Rice, who they just put on IR with a shoulder injury? Hovan got a sack and a stop on 3rd down. Handoff is to Cadillac Williams as they fake the reverse, and Williams loses 3. DeMarcus Ware came in to make the play. How about that first drive for the Buccaneers, though? Impressive.
Yeah, I mean, you get into a game like this if you're the Dallas Cowboys and you got a team who is banged up, as we said, a number of injuries, a young quarterback. You got momentum on your side. You don't want to allow them to have anything good happen early, and yet Tampa Bay was able to create plays for themselves. You know, John Gruden, as we saw, very excited about that first drive.
2nd down and 13, Gradkowski over the middle, completes it on a line. That's Clayton. And Clayton picked up 10. They'll be 3 yards shy of a first down.
I thought it was interesting, Joe, in talking with John Gruden about Bruce Gradkowski. And, you know, this offensive system that John Gruden has is very, very complicated. It's complicated for veteran quarterbacks. I can only imagine what it is like for a young quarterback. But he's picked it up very well. In fact, John Gruden said the guy's borderline stalker. He follows him everywhere he goes, just has a thirst for understanding this system and learning it. And that's why they've been able to do so much of the things that they're able to do, which generally with a rookie quarterback you can't.
Well, now he gets to stalk him over on the sideline as he calls timeout, and he will chat with John Gruden. Third down when we come back.
A beautiful world for you and for me.